Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Diablo 3. My name is Wilfred. So in this episode, I'd like to share with you my experience in mastering the Akkhan set dungeon for the Crusader. And in part 1 of the video, I'll share with you the gear, the build, as well as some tips that I've got while playing the Akkhan set dungeon. And part 2 of the video is the actual run itself. So if you'd like to see how I played it, you can jump to the second part of the video, which I'll put the time code below at the comment box underneath the video. Now, I'm not a big fan of set dungeon. Many people know about it because I just don't like the whole mechanic, but it's something we need to do for each season. So I'll usually leave it to the very end to see what options I've got to play a set dungeon of the class that I play for the season. Now, Crusader set dungeon, like I said, Akkhan is not that annoying if you can't know how to work around it. So the main thing about the set dungeon for the Akkhan, by the way, you just have to come down here, which is an armory in the Act 3 base. Then you come down here and then you can see that, oh, okay, so there is one kind of the set dungeon here. Now, objectives are two. One is to use Condemn on 10 different enemies simultaneously 10 times. And the second one is to kill 150 enemies while imbued with the champion skill. The first one is harder than the second one, assuming that you've already got more or less an endgame build of the Akkhan Thorn Bombardment build that you've got. If not, then I've got some tips for you how to get there. The first objective is a little bit more annoying because you do need the mobs to group up onto you, and then you pop the Condemn. Popping the Condemn too early would not be able to hit 10 target, but popping the Condemn too late, if you do have Thorns stats like I do, may just kill off the enemy on its own, so you don't want that either. So it's a little bit of fine balance between the two, but you should be able to get 10 groups of enemies for you to pop the Condemn on if you kind of like get a little bit calm when let the enemy come onto you before you pop it. So you see on the part 2 of the video, you kind of know what I mean. The second objective is easy if you are already playing Akkhan build, because in order to make Akkhan Crusader build work, you have got to have close to 100% uptime, if not 100% uptime of the Akarat champions to stay alive in a high rift anyway. So this second objective is a no-brainer. The dungeon of the dungeon setup for this dungeon is also very straightforward. You just go around one circle clockwise or anti-clockwise, and you'll get it sorted as well. So there's no drama there. Now, how do you deal with this dungeon? Well, very easy. Assuming that you've already got the endgame build for the Thorn Bombardment Akkhan set, you can leave everything as is from a skill-wise. The only thing that's important for you to get is a Condemn skill with the Unleashed rune, because you would like your Condemn to explode instantly to tag as many targets as you can, at least more than 10. So change that up a little bit. And also from the passive wise, I mean, I don't know what kind of passive you use, but if you use the Thorn Bombardment build, take out the Iron Maiden, because Iron Maiden give you a lot of Thorn that you don't want to use too much of it to kill off the enemy too fast. And just pick up anything that makes sense for your build. It's no hard and fast rule there. Just don't use Iron Maiden. That would be my advice to you. Now, the build wise is again very straightforward. You should have the 6 set being light up in the bottom. Say you got 6 set kind of like set bonus. Many people ask me once I made all this video and say, hey, you only have 5 items, but how do you get 6? Well, the trick is to use the Ring of the Royal Grandeur. But like I said, I mean, you don't need this. If you don't have Ring of the Royal Grandeur, all you need to do is just put in the shoulder item for the Akkhan, and you've got a set of 6. So you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing here, right? Just use a little bit of creativity when you make up your build for the set dungeon. If you play the Thorn Bombardment Akkhan build, you would use 5 pieces of Akkhan and 2 pieces of Invoker and 2 pieces of Captain Crimson. I would say leave the Crimson on, because you do need the cooldown reduction, but you can safely remove any invoker set because you wouldn't want to have unnecessarily high amount of thorn, so as to speak. And also DPS is not really a problem for you if you're already running the endgame build. Take out the conventional elements as well, because you wouldn't want suddenly you got a physical buff of say close to 200% and then your thorn just kill off everybody, so you don't want that either. So take it off and don't use the legendary dam that buff a thorn, because again that would kind of make your enemy die too fast. And that go without saying, take out the dam on your weapon as well, because that gives an insane amount of thorn damage, so take that out as well. Now the rest of it you're happy to leave it in as well. You should have the Akkhan, 6 pieces if you want, 5 pieces if you want, doesn't really matter. Captain Crimson as well is important. Then Justice Lantern is something that you'll use for your Thorn Bombardment build. You can use it, you can don't use it, that is fine too. There's no hard and fast rule. You don't need this legendary gem either. As for the weapon and the weapon and the shield set, you don't really need those either. You can use any of these weapon or shield so long as you're comfortable with the setup that you've got here. So that is straightforward. Now the from a cube wise, don't use the bombardment, so remove the bombardment cube. Pick anything that makes sense. I use this one because I do want my condemn to be off cooldown quite fast. I mean, although I do have a cooldown reduction, but why not? If I kill any enemy, I get remaining cooldown reduced by 1 second. They help with my steed, they help with my kind of like condemn as well, so that is happy time. I use a killer Crusader, doesn't really matter because I'm at max Wrath most of the time, because my condemn only use a bit of it doesn't really use any Wrath, I believe. So I just use it to help myself. Again, it's not mandatory, it's not needed. I mean, if you don't have it, that is fine as well. And I guess from a tip wise, that is as far as I can go on the on what is required for this build. The rest of it you can just take a look at the video and you'll see how the thing go. So if I may just summarize before you jump to the next part 2 of the video, just summarize for you guys. Just stay calm. Let a bunch of enemy come onto you before you pop the condemn onto them, and you should tap more than 10 or more than 10. So that is really good. Use your endgame build as much as you can, so you can just replace the bombardment with the condemn, and you should be able to do it pretty well as well. Take down the invoker set, take down any thorns that you can have, and take down any kind of weapon or stats that will make you kill things too fast, I would say. Other than that, it just get familiarized with the dungeon. Try a couple of times. If you don't get it first time, that is fine. This is one of the dungeons that is not the hardest of all, not the most frustrating of all anyway. So do read the comments below. I may pop in some kind of missing information if I thought of something that could even help you more, or based on the feedback I've got from the commenter, I will share that with you as well. So all the best, good luck, and feel free to drop me any question that you may have.
Yet. By the light began. Not ready yet. Had enough. Patience. Not ready yet. Patience. Make your peace quickly. Yes.
Patience. Not yet. Not ready yet. Bad luck for you, friend. Patience. Not yet. Not ready yet. Before the wind. Not yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not yet. Patience. Yeah, luck for you, friend. Not ready yet. Patience. Not yet.